Hey y'all, so today is Money Monday, and today I want to talk about taxes. Y'all, I did my taxes recently and I found out something that has literally never happened to me before. So in light of tax season and Money Monday, I want to share my tax season story with you. But before I get started, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. All right, y'all. So typically I am beating down the IRS to do my taxes as soon as I get all of my W-2s, which I typically only have like two. But as soon as I get all my needed tax documents, the 1098T, any other tax documents that I need, I file like immediately. But this year is the first year that I really wasn't depending on the money, right? So typically in prior years, probably since I started filing, listen, I want my money. It's my money. I want it now. And I get right to it. Like, I literally never delay. Like, typically around this time, I would have gotten my refund like probably during like the second week of February. But this year, it just kind of wasn't the biggest priority for me. I knew that I needed to do it. It was like on my to-do list. And this past weekend, I'm like, all right, girl, you need to do your taxes. So I've always done my own taxes. There was one year where I went to H&R Block because I was doing DoorDash during that time, and I just had like several W-2s, and then I had the DoorDash stuff, and I wanted to make sure that I did it correctly because I had never done it before. So I went there to have them to do my taxes, but that was literally the only time in life that I've had somebody else do my taxes for me. Typically, I do them myself. In the past, I've used, just a different run-of-the-mill tax software. But recently, I've started using the Dave Ramsey software just because y'all know I follow the program. Your girl is debt-free because of him. So I typically will kind of just invest in those things. So I finally got around to doing my taxes this weekend, and I kind of had started, but y'all, this is where I stopped. When I saw that I was possibly going to owe, I was like, you know what, this can just wait. So by now you probably know my debt-free journey story. If you don't, be sure to check out my debt-free journey playlist. But 2022 was my last year coming out of debt. So I was working several jobs, y'all. And in one of those jobs, I did get a 10-9, the tax form that you get when you are like an entrepreneur, the 1099. So I did get a 1099 form because money was not taken out for taxes for that, and it was a pretty large sum. So I kind of figured, that I may, have to give something back. But honestly, I was thinking that, my regular 9-to-5 W-2 would most likely eat that up, and I probably just wouldn't get anything back. But Lord, was I wrong. So like I said earlier, I had started my taxes, but when I saw that it was going to be an amount that was owed, I was like, it just discouraged me. I was like, oh Lord, like we'll get back to that later. So this weekend is when I finally finished it up. And as I was going through, I was putting in everything, put in my W-2s, put in my 1099. I also made sure to look at my 1098T. If you haven't, be sure to check out my 1098T video. But I already knew that I most likely wouldn't get any tax credits because scholarships and grants cover like my learning. So I already knew I was out for that. I had a few charitable contributions. I was hoping that would kind of eat, some of my little tax bill up. But y'all, when I got to the end of that thing, it said that I owed $1,035. I was like, what? Like, I have literally never ever owed. Like, I always typically, like get a little piece of a refund, but I have never owed. So I was just a little shocked. Now, I will say, like, I got to thinking about this, and I was like, you know what, sis? Like, this is just preparing you for greater. Once you become that big entrepreneur / content creator, you're going to have to give Uncle Sam some of that. So I'm just going to take this as just like a little taste of what's to come. But I was like, that was my MacBook money. Like, I don't want to give that to Uncle Sam now. I am, because I don't want y'all beating down my door. So, of course, I'm going to kind of write the check for that. But it definitely got me to thinking about, taxes and how this thing works and just some things that I would do differently for next tax season. So for next tax season, because I'm still most likely going to get a 1099, I am going to start paying my taxes quarterly. So I will start paying them each quarter so that I don't have this big bill at the end of the year. And if that's something that you do already, drop down in the comments and let me know, how does that work for you? Do you like it, or do you just prefer to pay just at the end of the year? Because this is something that came up, y'all. If your tax bill is over $1,000, you could receive a penalty from the IRS. I was like, what? Like, I was just flabbergasted, like, oh my gosh, like, no ma'am, I don't want no penalty. I don't want Uncle Sam trying to take nothing that I got. Like, so that was a little scary for me. So that is something that I will definitely be doing on next year, is paying my taxes quarterly. In addition, I definitely want to make sure that I'm taking advantage of all tax credits. So I actually plan to kind of get on with like a licensed tax pro, which is something that I've really only done once. But as I am, continuing to get a 1099, I just want to make sure that I am doing everything correctly, because I don't want to owe. And then it just kind of made me, just a little paranoid. Like, you hear these stories about Uncle Sam garnishing this, putting a lien on this. Like, I don't want that to be me. If you don't know, tax season is ending on April 18th. Sometimes they will move the date kind of back some. I'm not sure if they will do this year. I don't believe that they will. I can't think of like why they would. But basically, that's when I will, make sure that my bill is paid off by then. I definitely plan to make sure that it's going to be probably, this month that I pay it out, because I got it. But it's just like, I had plans for that money. So I will definitely, kind of just be keeping y'all updated on that, especially for people who may be new to, getting 1099s, kind of branching out and doing something different. I will definitely keep y'all updated on that. But if you want to know more about tax season for students, or if you're interested in learning more about my debt-free journey, head over to my playlist to check them out now. Bye.